Well, speaking of elections, of course, the closest one is that in Karnataka. The first list of the BJP came out today, and it was followed by protests by quite a few candidates who were left out. Many hopefuls were also angry that they had not been given a nomination. There were protests in several parts of Karnataka, but is this going to dent the chances of the BJP, or could it prove to be that masterstroke?
I met the National President J.P Nadda and I explained everything about my constituency, and I expressed that I am going to contest, being as a senior leader and ex-chief minister. I expressed my view that I am going to contest election, and last 6 consecutive election I got elected. So give me another opportunity.
ಯಾರಾದರೂ ನನ್ನ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಈ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರಿಗೆ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಬೇಡ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಬೇಸರ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ 3 ಸರ್ತಿ ಶಾಸಕ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಈ ಪಕ್ಷ.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಸಿಕ್ಕದಿಗೆ ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಅಂಗರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಕೊಡುವ ಮೊದಲು ಸಮಾಜ ಅಂಗರ ಲಾಬಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಲಾಬಿ ಆಯಿತು? ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರುಂಟಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ತುಂಬ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ.
All right, joining us now is Member of Parliament from Bengaluru South, somebody who's a very prominent face of the BJP in Karnataka as well, Tejasvi Surya. Thank you very much for speaking to us. I'm sure through the day you've seen images of BJP workers, supporters of various MLAs, former ministers, former deputy CMs protesting on the streets. Tejasvi Surya, will this not dent the party morale?
Good evening, Padmaja. On the contrary to what you are saying, I would say that this whole expression of their feelings, their aspirations is only a testimony to the fact that BJP is a party which has robust internal democracy, that this is a party that is sensitive to the aspirations of not only the very senior of leaders but also to the most common of karyakartas. When tickets are distributed, it is only natural that those who have not made it do feel a certain sense of disappointment. It may be temporarily expressed in certain ways, but like I said, it is only going to be temporary, and all of them are very dedicated karyakartas and leaders of the party, and they will always take measures and actions which is only going to be conducive for the growth and strengthening of the party in their respective constituencies.
A lot of your netas are not saying that. For example, Jagdish Shettar is saying, I'm going to contest one way or the other, either as an independent or on a BJP ticket. You've got Lakshman Savadi who's saying, I won't campaign for the party at all. And these are people who have been your ministers, your CMs, deputy chief ministers. And now they are saying, forget it, I won't even campaign.
Well, Padmaja, like I told you that in certain cases when there is a certain transition that takes place, some changes are made, some new freshness is tried to brought about, there is naturally some events like this that take place. But both the leaders that you mentioned, whether it is Jagdish Shettar ji or whether it is Lakshman Savadi ji, both of them are very senior leaders of the party. Please wait for a few days. Why are you in so much hurry to pass judgments? Please wait for a couple of days. All will be fine. Everything will be taken care of.
I mean, for the only reason that when Sachin Pilot speaks against Ashok Gehlot, it is called a rebellion. When people are protesting in Karnataka, you are calling it internal democracy. That being said, what is the strategy behind having senior faces in your party take on Mr. Kumaraswamy, Mr. Siddaramaiah, D.K. Shivakumar? In a flip way, isn't this also acknowledging that they are very potent threats to the BJP?
Padmaja, every every election you have seen, especially elections fought under the leadership of the Prime Minister and Amit Shah ji, and now, of course, under the leadership of our Honorable National President J.P. Nadda ji, every election, whether it is a panchayat election or whether it is a parliament election, the BJP takes every single election very seriously. Therefore, there is no question of considering a particular seat as more important or less important, especially when it is elections of this magnitude in Karnataka. It is very important to give a very solid message to the public, the electorate, that the BJP is here to win and form a government on its own in a complete majority fashion. Also, most importantly, Padmaja, you may have seen over the last 2-3 months, Siddaramaiah has been trying to find himself a safe seat. A former chief minister who completed 5 full years in power, immediately when he went to seek re-election, lost in one constituency and won with a wafer-thin margin in Badami. Realizing that even that seat is going to be difficult to get re-elected, he is in search of another safe harbour. And he tried Kolar, he tried Chamrajpet, he tried this, that, and finally he has now made his son give up his home bastion and has gone back to Varuna, where the BJP is traditionally not strong. In the same way, in a very, the seat of D.K. Shivkumar, which is Kanakapura, is also a seat where BJP is not traditionally very strong. The fact that we want to take the battle right inside the lion's den, even in those areas where the Congress and the JDS think that the BJP is not traditionally strong and therefore they can win, even in those places the BJP is trying to take the fight, and this is kind of aggression, the intent with which the BJP is going into this election, to win at all costs.
Now, that has been pretty much the approach in all assembly elections, to be fair, of the Bharatiya Janata Party. In the recent past, there was one example of how it got them results like Gujarat. On the other hand, it could get you results like Himachal. What makes you think that Karnataka will be the Gujarat model and not the Himachal model?
Well, Padmaja, even in Himachal, you know that for the first time the BJP, despite being having ruled the state for 5 years, managed to get a very large vote share. The difference between the BJP and the Congress was just a mere 0.8%. Having said that, we lost most of the seats with a very wafer-thin margin. But I would still say that the performance of the party in Himachal Pradesh was really heartening in the sense of the vote share that we have managed to retain and increase. Having said that, in Karnataka, the situation is very different. The people of the state have seen both the BJP government as well as the Congress-JDS coalition. They have also seen a full 5 years of Siddaramaiah ruled Congress, and now they have seen the last 3.5 years of the double-engine government of the Bharatiya Janata Party led by the Prime Minister and the Chief Ministers of the BJP in the state. We have been able to deliver top-notch governance, have been able to solve legacy problems which were pending for more than a few decades, whether it is related to agriculture, whether it is related to social justice, or very importantly infrastructure related issues of Karnataka. So we are going into elections with a very upbeat pro-incumbency mood, and the fact that the party has given a very well thought out list of 189 candidates in the first list, which includes 52 new fresh faces, has created a lot of optimism and positivity among the electorate for the party. If you go through the list of the candidates, it only indicates 3 things. One, that the party is very keen to groom and develop the leadership for Karnataka's tomorrow, and that is why many senior leaders have voluntarily made space for grooming new young leaders, starting with our tallest leader in the state, Shri Yediyurappa ji. Second, the fact that all the communities of the state, including small, numerically small communities, including communities like Adi Dravida, from where a woman named Bharati Marulya is contesting from Surya, who comes from one of the poorest socio-economic backgrounds, has also found social representation and social justice. This is also going to be very well taken by the electorate. The third, the fact that this whole process of selection, starting from collecting opinion of more than 25,000 booth workers, district level screening, state level screening, meetings at the central election committee level, then the parliamentary board, and then the Prime Minister very clearly indicating the kind of leadership he wants to groom in Karnataka for Karnataka's tomorrow. All of these aspects have created huge positivity and optimism for people of Karnataka towards the BJP.
You're talking about a generational change. A lot of people are also saying that it was very sudden. For example, Raghupati Bhatt, today he was almost in tears where he told the media that till the last moment I was being told that I'm getting a ticket. I wish somebody would have at least called me. What was the reason behind this sudden machete-like trimming of names off the candidates list?
Raghupati Bhatt is one of the very respected and popular leaders of the party in the coastal region, who has contributed to strengthening of the party in that region. Due to a lot of last-minute changes in the social arithmetic, owing to the resignation of, or rather I would say voluntarily giving up of electoral politics of one of our very respected and celebrated legislators, Haladi Srinivasa Shetty, from the very same district, a lot of social combinations had to be altered in that state, in that particular district. However, the party values the contribution of leaders like Raghupati Bhatt, and I'm sure that there will be multiple opportunities the party will always utilize him for strengthening of the party and the party's work in different aspects and different regions of the state.
All right, it's only the first list and already so much chatter around it. One of the most nail-biting elections by all accounts in recent memory. Let's see what more news is thrown up as the next list very soon is going to be coming out. For the time being, Tejasvi Surya, thank you very much for speaking to us.